she's making $10 million per year in revenue, and she doesn't exist.
What?
Yeah, they scaled from 0 to 20 million in annual recurring revenue just with AI ads. The app didn't exist 12 months ago.
If you were to be a user trying to make 10 grand a month as soon as possible, and you didn't have much money to work with, which path would you take?
If you want to do 10K, that's easy, really easy. I will create 20 ads a month for you for $2,000. These people will have the budget because they already spent 500K per month on Meta ads. I will just do that for 100 companies. That's probably the easiest way to get to 20K a month.
What is this world coming to? Did you guys know that there are AI influencers making millions of dollars a year? Yes, that's real. Some dude in his mom's basement is generating AI images and videos and posting them to Instagram, TikTok, and everywhere and getting big, huge sponsorship deals. So with this new AI short form video generation technology blowing up like crazy, how do you profit from it? Because we can shake our heads at these AI influencers, or we can go create some and monetize them in our paid ads, in organic social, etc. So I had Romain Torres on today, and he is one of the biggest experts in the world when it comes to AI generated video, specifically for making AI ads and AI influencers. Your brain might explode on this one. Please enjoy.
Initially, the main use case was paid ads, but very quickly we realized there was a huge opportunity to create these AI influencers that will basically live on Instagram. Maybe I can share my screen and show a couple of examples.
Please.
But there is this famous influencer right here, Michaela. Apparently, she's making $10 million per year in revenue, and she doesn't exist. And there are more.
What?
All of that. Yeah, this girl, all the pictures that we see here, all are AI generated, and brands are paying hundreds of thousands to get a story from her or just a reel. And really the limitation until recently was you could build very good static images of AI influencers, but having them talk was very hard. And that's basically what we solved. And a lot of people now have used our technology to create either a clone of themselves. So let's say you, Chris, you want to create content on Instagram and you want to grow your Instagram channel, but you don't want to spend too much time talking to the camera. You could create a clone of yourself with ArcAds and make video reels where you will do a video edit, and at the bottom of the video, for example, you'll see your clone, and at the top of the video, you'll see a video about whatever you are talking about. And as you can see, these videos do pretty well, right? 2 million views here, 2 million views. And all of these videos were created using his AI avatar.
Concept to working prototype in just 7 months. Humanoid.
And obviously there is now a lot to be done, like to make the video very dynamic and stuff. But
yeah,
you'll basically save the time of talking to the camera using this technique.
How much of your tool helps generate the video and the voice, and how much of it helps actually edit the video?
So ArcAds really,
or is that separate?
On creating very good and very realistic talking actors. Maybe I can just do a quick demo of the tool, by the way, and just show you how it looks like very quickly, and so it's clearer for the audience. We really focus on helping you writing a script, selecting an actor, and this actor can be either yourself or another AI actor that is from our existing library, and generating the video. So basically the way this will work is you will type your script right here. You can add tags to control the emotion, because what we realized in our data is that the voice has a ton of impact on how real the AI avatar will look. If the voice is too robotic, it's going to be very hard for people to engage with the content. So you can add tags with the emotions you want. You can even control the accent. You can add a tag that says, I don't know, French. I don't know why people would want that, but maybe you want a French accent. And then the AI voice will basically talk with a French accent. So you will write a script and then select an AI actor through our library of thousands of existing AI actors. Or you can just create your own. So you can just click here, type a description of the perfect AI actor. So I don't know, a 23 years old female influencer in a coffee shop. you can just iterate and start a first version per person based on the prompt. And then you will be able to edit this person with perfect consistency. So you are going to be able to generate her in different situations, different backgrounds. You're going to be able to change the color of the hair, change every single detail that you would want to change to get the perfect AI influencer. And then when you are happy with the image that you generate, because it will start with an image, you can then turn this person into a talking actor. So you would write the description of your AI actor, or choose an existing AI actor in the platform, write a script, listen to the audio, and then basically click generate, and you will get a video of someone who will be talking to the camera with like perfect lip sync emotions. So my connection is really bad.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, wait, am I really AI generated?
And then basically you can like have this person in tons of different situations, do all the scripts that you write. And then Michaela here create videos for social media. And at some point when you get a big enough audience, brands will come and pay you to create content to promote their stuff.
Now you and I see these videos and we can tell it's AI. What percentage of the general public do you think can tell? And if so, does it really matter that much?
So it's a very good question. My initial answer was the younger the audience, the more they will notice it's AI right now. We have a lot of clients, and that's actually a big secret. A lot of clients will target older audiences with their content, because if you are 55 years old, there is a much higher chance that much interested in technology and AI, and you will engage much more with this type of content. So that was my initial thought. But really the technology is progressing super fast. And there is this tech influencer right here, Olivia Moore. She is like a partner in the top US VC fund. And she actually yesterday or 2 days ago, she made an experiment where she created an account on TikTok on a very specific niche that will actually target very young people. And she created an account for the niche of
It's funny. She's quote at the University of Alabama because I was there yesterday on campus.
Really, so I really saw people who were following this AI profile that she created. So basically, she created a profile about like admissions at Alabama's. She started posting content on TikTok with this AI influencer, and 20 years old girls were commenting stuff like, hey, you will get there, no worries, you will get your admission, because she was making a video where the AI was trying. And we can see some examples here. And actually the account is public. We can find her on TikTok, and she makes a lot of views. Some of her videos make like hundreds of thousands of views.
Fun fact, 80% of the people that watch my YouTube videos are not subscribed to me, and most of them think they are. They see them in the feed, but they're not subscribed to me. So please, it'll take half a second. Just click subscribe, and it would mean a ton to me.
She did this experiment very recently, and it's very interesting the way she created this. By the way, she used this tool from TikTok where you can see for each keyword how many posts are done and are the hashtags trending. So you can basically find any hashtags that you are interested about and see if there is an opportunity to create content, and just start creating content for this niche. And in a matter of weeks, she managed to get a ton of views. But yeah, it's kind of insane how much you can.
It's insane.
I think it's gonna just get better every week. Like, if you look at AI 6 months ago, like honestly, the progress has been insane. So I think that's a huge opportunity, either to create your own AI influencer in a very specific niche like she did here, or clone yourself if you are already a content creator and you want to post more content. And maybe the third big opportunity here would be go find existing influencers who have accounts, people like you basically, say, hey, Chris, you want to create more content. Everyone who creates content wants to be creating more content. How about instead of you recording yourself, I will create content for you with your avatar, and you will validate the script, you will validate everything. But instead of having to record yourself, I'll just like create the content with your avatar for you.
Yeah. Do you have customers that are using it for that purpose, for as an agency, basically?
Yeah, a ton of customers.
What are they charging?
we have two types of cases. The first type will be doing this service for influencers, and typically they will charge less because influencers will have a lower budget. But the other big use case is finding a company that is already spending money on ads and helping them create content. So I'm going to show you what I mean here with an example. So
look, kind of scrolling on the Facebook ads library, seeing people have a lot of active ads, reaching out to them and saying, hey, I can help 10x your output with AI generated ads, more creative.
Exactly. Yeah, that was exactly what I was about to show. So on the Facebook ads library, which is the public data of all the ads active right now, you can find any app, any kind of product, depending on what you are interested about. So obviously I'm interested in tech, so I'm going to be biased towards apps, but I'm going to also show you an example of the more traditional business where you can do that. So find an app. This app, for example, they scale from 0 to, I think, 12 or 20 million in annual recurring revenue. This data is public. We can look at it just with AI ads. Basically, they created the app 12 months ago. The app didn't exist 12 months ago. They only started the app, they started running Facebook ads with AI influencers created with ArcAds, and they scaled more than 10 million in revenue only through paid ads. And as you can see, they are testing a ton of ads. So they are testing 650 ads right now.
This is really interesting to me. I think that it's critical that when people do this, they pick the right niche or the right industry in which AI generated ads are more likely to work better, right? This is an English learning app, which means they're probably showing this ads to an international audience. I'm guessing that the international audience is less AI savvy. They're not as AI sensitive, like AI generated video sensitive. Therefore, the ads are more effective. Or maybe they think the ads are automatically transcribed into English or into whatever language, and they're used to seeing that because English is not their first language. Would you agree that using AI generated ads in the right industry could have a multiplier effect on how effective they are?
That's a very, very good point. Another example of that would be this company. They are running a ton of AI generated ads. So it's called Disability Path. And basically they serve, so maybe I can show you an ad, by the way. So this is an ad that they created with ArcAds.
$4,018 a month to cover your grocery bills. Yes, you heard that right. If you're over 50 and can't work because of a health issue, you could be eligible for up to $4,000.
Interesting.
So yeah, these people, they basically sell leads to these disability companies where they will do the admin work for you to get you this allowance that you can get if you have a disability and you are over 50. And these people need to get leads. So basically need people over 50 to sign up to their services. And people over 50 will in most cases just not be triggered by the fact that an ad is AI generated. Honestly, even in some ads, you or I, we cannot even see that it's AI anymore. We are getting to this point already. It requires some skills, and we can even talk about that if you want at some point. What are the skills that help you make a very good AI ad that make it look very realistic? But I'm pretty sure in 6 months, everyone will be able to do a perfect, 100% perfect AI UGC ad where it's going to be impossible to distinguish between a real ad. But right now, I agree, 100%. It's the biggest opportunity is to go find these types of companies.
Yeah. I look at this in two different ways. So let's take a super competitive category to a somewhat sophisticated audience. Creatine gummies, right? Yeah. There's hundreds or if not thousands of Shopify stores selling different types of creatine gummies that are probably all made in 1 to 3 different factories, right? If I, a 38-year-old white male in North America, see an AI generated video ad for creatine gummies, I'm likely to be uninterested, turned off, because it's low effort, AI generated, nope. Whereas if I see a more professional ad that's, handmade for creatine gummies, I might have a bias to click on it more, right? But let's say I'm looking for, and this is something I actually ordered from the internet. I ordered trees. I literally 4-foot tall trees I ordered from the internet from South Carolina, and I saw Facebook ads for them. Okay. If I was that tree company and AI generated video ads helped me scale my creative 10x, if I really need a tree from the internet and I'm having a hard time finding it, and they're able to make 10 times more ads because of AI, and that puts it in front of me, or it's more likely to get in front of me, then I'm going to buy it whether it's AI or not. Just like I listen to what ChatGPT says because it answers the question I need, even though I know it's ChatGPT, right? So there's kind of two schools of thought, like, oh, they're not going to take it seriously because it's AI. And then the second school of thought is, it doesn't matter that it's AI. If you're solving a problem, they're going to click and or they're going to buy, right?
Yeah, I think that's the whole story of advertising. Like when you watch a video ad from George Clooney telling you Nespresso is the best coffee in the world, I mean, do you really believe George Clooney will drink Nespresso every single morning? No, but it doesn't matter because now you know about Nespresso. Now you saw an ad that is entertaining, that is a good story about Nespresso, that is funny. I think to your point, I really agree that people who sell services where it doesn't really matter if you trust or not the person who will promote the service will have better results, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, if you are selling, creating gummies, I guess you would want to have someone who has some sort of knowledge about the topic telling you to buy them, right? You want to have a doctor, you want to have maybe an influencer you love talking about it.
If I saw like a Matthew McConaughey ad for creatine gummies, it's like, yeah, he's fine. I could take him or leave him. Not my favorite actor, not the worst actor. But if I saw Tim Robinson, like my favorite comedian actor, do an ad for creatine gummies, I use these, I like these, I'm going to be more likely to buy just because I like him. It's the same product, right? And so the same principle applies for AI generated versus otherwise. Like in this example, Tim Robinson is higher quality for me because it's more relevant. Those are synonyms in this context, right? Just like AI generated is lower quality, aka less relevant.
And I think also something that's going to happen to our initial point on AI influencers is at some point, some AI influencers will be so good at creating content that people will actually be attached to them. Like people are attached to Spider-Man, right? And he doesn't exist, but
it's a good point. Yeah.
I mean, you can be very attached to personalities that don't exist.
I think it's interesting. The first two examples you showed me of like these AI generated ads that are crushing it are those two international, English as a second language speakers and people with disabilities, right? Like I think there's a correlation there that both of those categories of people would be less likely to recognize it by no fault of their own. It's just not something they come across on a regular basis. Whereas 30-something-year-old white dude playing around with ChatGPT and Grok all day, it's second nature for us to see an AI generated video,
That's a very good point. And there is, I think, a third category, which is very interesting. And unfortunately, I won't be able to show you this example because the person asked me not to because they are making so much money.
Okay.
Which I guess is a good teaser. But so it's products where people are already aware that the service I will buy is AI. And what I mean by that, and the example I had in mind here is you probably saw these new AI voice agent technology companies. So basically you could go, and I think it's a very good business to start when I see the numbers of people who use Arcas to promote these. You could go say, okay, I'm going to create a voice agent that will do appointments for hairdressers, for example. That's probably an idea you already discussed on the podcast. I don't know. But if you are a hairdresser, people call you to get appointments. Or if you are a dentist, people call you to get appointments. And you have to pay a secretary to answer those calls, to book, and everything. This can be done by an AI voice agent now. There are a lot of technology and software that lets you do that.
Is dropshipping still a thing? Yes, but unless you have the right tools, you are going to have a really hard time finding success. Luckily, I found a genius tool that can build an entire dropshipping site from scratch. This platform has people hitting 10 grand their first month, and others have used it to build over 30 grand per month businesses in their first year. AutoDS is making this possible for over 100,000 entrepreneurs with zero inventory sitting in their garage, zero warehouse headaches, just pure profit margins from products that they never even have to touch. AutoDS makes dropshipping crazy easy. We're talking complete automation, product research, order fulfillment, inventory tracking. Everything runs 24/7 while you sleep. You get access to 500 million products from suppliers all over the globe who handle all of the inventory and storage. So here's exactly what you need to do. Click the link below to try AutoDS for 30 days for just $1. AutoDS lets you create a Shopify store from scratch in minutes directly through the platform, and then you can start selling immediately. Because remember, you can just do things. So go get on AutoDS, because the best time to start building wealth was yesterday. The second best time is right now.
So a lot of people have packaged a service on top of these AI voice agent companies. They packaged the service and they found dentists or hairdressers or whatever the niche they are targeting. And they sold a service, a packaged service where they will tell them, you don't have to do anything. I will just replace your secretary for like a half, like not even half, like a tenth of the cost. The only difference is the person who will be taking the appointments will be AI, right?
Yeah.
And so we have a lot of customers who have created a service like that, and then they run paid ads to acquire customers. So let's say you are selling this service to dentists.
I've recently heard this called dog fooding. You're dog fooding it. You're eating your own dog food, right? You're using your own thing to sell your own thing. Therefore, all cards are on the table. No one's turned off by it because your ad is showing that it works.
Exactly. That's the point. Yeah, I think that's the third. And then, by the way, the AI language learning app, so it has both actually, because it targets people from other countries who don't speak the language perfectly, but also it uses AI to train you and learn this new language. So yeah, I think that's a very good point. Like choosing the right target audience will increase a ton the likelihood of the ads doing well, basically.
What other kind of trends are you seeing from the back end of your company that people could learn from, like industries or offers or the duration of videos that people find the most success with, etc.?
Yeah, that's a very good point. So, and by the way, we mentioned like the possibility of creating your own service, like just creating a service and selling it through the AI ads. But you can also just sell this service to other companies. That's probably the easiest way to get to, I don't know, 20K a month, because you were asking me how much people would pay for these AI UGC videos. So you could reach out to Lerna, this language learning app, and tell them, hey guys, I will create your ads, the ads for you, and I will like package it like, I don't know, maybe that's 20 ads. I will create 20 ads a month for you for $2,000. So you'll pay me basically $100 per ad. And that's already going to be cheaper than working with actual UGC creators. These people will have the budget because these people, they already spend 500K per month on meta ads. So for them, spending 2K is like less than 1% of the ad budget they have. So that's a big trend that we are seeing. People are subscribing to our software to create these ads, developing the skills that it takes to make very good ads. And we are going to talk about that, like the trends we are seeing right now, but developing the skills to make very good ads and then sell that as a service to other companies who already have a product. You don't have to even build your own product. You can just like serve existing companies who have needs.
How can you see that they're spending 500K a month?
So you don't have public data about the spend of an app, but you can see their revenue. And it's very, for example, in the app industry for mobile apps, it's a pretty common knowledge that people are spending 60 to 70% of their revenue, monthly revenue in paid ads. Because when you create an app, you have very low costs of running the app. The main cost is marketing. So if you look at this language learning app we were just talking about, so if you go to this website, Sensor Tower, it's public data, you'll see the revenue that they do on a monthly basis on iOS and Android. So
very interesting.
Do the sub.
I've never thought to do that, to take their monthly revenue and just multiply it by 0.7. That's very smart.
It's very specific to the app industry. I guess it can also be true for Shopify maybe. But apps are public. The revenue is public, so that makes it easier. And there are a ton of apps you can reach out to and sell these services to. It's becoming more and more of a real skill to be able to use AI the right way to create ads. And you were asking me about the trends, the techniques to make very good ads that will perform. Really, AI can pretty much do everything you imagine now if you use it the right way. So I don't know, an example of like something that will make a lot of difference will be, how do you make the first second of the video visually appealing? And how do you make sure that when people are scrolling, they will be interested to watch more of the video? And one way to do that is to have an AI actor dressed in a funny way. So we took this AI actor that is already in the platform right here. So that's a traditional video we will do with this AI actor right here.
Hey, looking at your camera. Did you know I'm not real?
Now that one looks very real. That sounds real too.
Yeah, he is pretty good, right?
That one's legit. Yeah.
So a couple of things you can do. You can do a gesture, a movement, and we can do that with the platform. So you can say at the beginning, she points at the camera, because when you say it looks real, it's obviously because of the looks, but it's also because of the gestures and the voice. So you can say at the beginning, he will be pointing at the camera.
Hey, you looking at you?
And that's what we call a visual hook. So you will increase the chances much of the person like stop scrolling because you kind of do this gesture. Another way you can do that is you will take this actor and then now you will say he's wearing a cosmonaut.
Nana Banana just got released by Jigo.
And I mean, probably this cosmonaut ID is not the best ID, but at least it's something that is very unique that will make people have an additional chance of stop scrolling. And then A/B test the same thing, where instead of like wearing a cosmonaut suit, he will be wearing like kind of an Indiana Jones style suit.
Have you seen that guy on Instagram that has his videos? He's like laying down on a skateboard, rolling down a hill. Have you seen that?
No, actually, no.
The camera is positioned on his chest and he's laying on some sort of rolly device like a skateboard and going downhill on a sidewalk and like screaming into the camera about something irrelevant to what he's doing. And his videos get millions and millions of views because the visual hook A and the retention B, because you're thinking he's going to crash the whole time, right? And I think people making content underestimate how important their setting is, right? Like just a snake around your neck or just something for someone to look at as you're talking is so critical.
There was one of our clients who did an ad where the AI actor was driving and they were not looking at the road. Everyone in the comment was like, when are they going to start looking at the roads? And people got scared that they got an accident. So you can do that with AI.
Exactly.
Obviously, you don't want to be recording that in real life because it's so dangerous, but you can do that with AI.
Right.
And that's one of the things with AI. Also, you can just do things that would require an entire production team. Not only can you do like just test different audiences. If you are 25 years old and you want to target people who have disabilities and are over 50, obviously you are not gonna be very relevant when you record yourself and do a video. But now you can use an AI actor with a filter and say, I want to have this guy who will be, I don't know, senior. And you will only see AI actors who are over 50 years old or 40 years old. And
interesting.
But also you can just like do something crazy. If you don't want to target a different audience than yourself, but you just want to catch the people's attention, maybe you can create an AI avatar that is on the skateboard, as you said, and as they are talking, they will be riding on the skateboard. And just be creative. And then it's about like doing this unique thing that the other ones don't do.
If you were to take your customer base and put them into like 3 to 5 different buckets of like, all right, these guys use them for AI influencers, these guys use them for AI generated video ads, what would those buckets be? What are people using your service for?
The first one is mainly ads. So promoting either their own services or selling AI UGC to other people. The second one is AI influencers. And inside, if we take ads inside this bucket, we have 3 main verticals really. The first one will be mobile apps. We have a lot of them. People would create an app on Lovable, and then guess what? You need to get users to the app. So you need to run ads, and in a very competitive world, you need to be very creative about the ads you do. So the first one is mobile apps. The second one is e-com. So you are selling a physical product. And by the way, you can do that with AI. You can have them like actually hold your product why they talk about it. So the second one is e-com. And the third one is services, like the disability path I showed you. It can be lead generation in a very broad sense, where you will sell leads to any type of services. So hair salon, dentists, even insurances. People will like run ads on like why you should like try this new insurance, and then sell the leads to insurance companies.
Okay. When it comes to AI influencers, I have to think there's a lot of survivorship bias, where it's easy to point to the handful that have millions of followers making all this money, but nobody sees or knows about the ones that just never did well, never got any followers. It didn't work. Where are people failing when trying to create and grow AI influencer accounts? And what could they do better?
So I would say lack of consistency and lack of creativity. It's very similar to content creation without AI, right? There are probably thousands of people who would want to be YouTubers or TikTokers and create content, but they only post a couple of weeks and then they give up. That's the main one. With AI, the same principles will apply. If you just go ahead, try a tool like ours, generate 1 or 2 video, post them, I can guarantee that there is 99% chance that they will not perform. And then the second thing is creativity, right? When you create content, you need to be creative. You need to have good ideas. I showed you the example of the VC who created content for sophomores in the University of Alabama. She was very smart about picking the right niche. So she saw that there was this trend right now on TikTok, because TikTok lets you find this with the TikTok creator search insight, which is an insight, like a feature inside TikTok where you can see the trends that are rising right now. So she was very smart in choosing the right trend. And then she was very smart in the content that she did. She was very creative, like by having emotion in the script. The top video was a video where the AI influencer was crying. She also played with the looks of the person. And maybe one last thing is, which actually will be contradictory to what I just said, but I think a lot of your content will be looking at what's already doing well and trying to replicate that with AI. And that's one of the key advantages of AI, right? You can like take something existing and redo it in a different way.
Quick question. What if there were a private community out there of people that were building businesses based on this podcast? Well, I just made it. And it's only for business starters and business builders. It's called TK Owners. And it's basically like having me and 100 other business geniuses as your business partner. Also, there's going to be exclusive new trends, growth hacks, business ideas, and a database of everything I've ever talked about. You'll find thousands of startup case studies. You'll have weekly Ask Me Anythings with me while I'll answer your questions directly. You can join now at tkowners.com, link in the show notes. I think the creativity part is super key. Like people, from what I've experienced, people that want to create content, they don't want to show their face. No one wants to, right? Like that's normal. And so like, oh my gosh, AI influencer, that's exactly what I've always been looking for, right? Because I don't have to show my face. It can be a different person, or it can be an AI generated version of my face. And so they think that now they found the solution to all their problems, when really they need creativity. They still need a good hook. They still need something to keep people retained throughout the whole video. I think people also get hung up on consistency. They're like, if I'm just consistent, if I just put out 1 video a day or 2 videos a day, I'll get there. It's just a matter of time. But if you're not improving every video, or if you're not being creative enough, or if you don't have good hooks, if you're not learning from your mistakes, there's a lot of accounts out there with thousands of videos and 82 followers. Because, you know, consistency is just one factor. You've really got to become a student of the game. Like you said, learn what's working with other people and be super creative, whether using AI or not.
And to be tactical, the tools you can use to that. So if you are doing ads, basically Facebook Ads Library, just looking at the ads the other people in your industry are doing, you also have some tools built on top of the Facebook Ads Library, like Foreplay, where you can create boards and you can save the ads that you see from your competitors, basically create inspiration. The TikTok Search Creator Insight is really, really good. It will literally tell you which pieces of content are lacking from the platform. It will tell you, okay, there are so many searches for this keyword and only this number of videos. So if you make a video about this very specific topic, there is a very high chance that it's going to do well. Also, going on TikTok, Instagram, if this is what you are doing, downloading a lot of videos of people who did well. There is this concept of outliers. So basically, you will take a TikTok account, you will look at all the videos that they posted, and one of those videos will probably have done 10x better than the other ones. Study like, why did they do 10x better? And then bring them to a Google Sheet and try to replicate them with AI. I truly believe the revolution of AI is you can create more faster, you can test more things, and also it opens up the opportunity for people who are not necessarily the most good looking, who don't necessarily speak the language perfectly. And we'll see more and more of these accounts.
Knowing everything you know now about your own software, how people are using it, if you were to be a user of your own product and log in, create an account, and trying to make 10 grand a month as soon as possible, what would be, and you didn't have much money to work with, what would be your go-to action items to use your own software to get to that 10 grand a month? Which path would you take?
Yeah, 10 grand. And let's say I'm not like tech savvy and I cannot code, I cannot even like use vibe coding. I don't want to do a tech product.
You got $1,000 to work with.
Yeah, I mean, I will just like go to the Facebook ads library. I will open the Facebook ads library, look at companies that seem to be running lots of ads, find their LinkedIn account, and I will target like smaller company because you don't want to be targeting companies with 200 people or plus with a lot of
can't find the decision maker.
Exactly. I would want to basically be able to reach out to the CEO. So I will find our LinkedIn. I will then go to Arcade, create an ad very similar to one ad they are already running. Maybe they are running existing UGC ads with UGC actors. I will tell them, okay, this UGC ad that you probably paid $500 for and that took you 3 weeks to get, I will do it for you. And actually, the first one will be free. Here it is. Like I did this video for you, and I did it with AI. That's the only difference, but I did it for you. And I will just do that for 100 companies. And then if I do that for 100 companies, I will probably get calls, like phone calls with 20, 30 of them. And then a third of them will pay for my services, and I would sell them the services 3 to 5K per month. Yeah, that's already 15K in revenue. And I mean, I think I can pull this off in 1 month. In 1 month, I can be making 15K in revenue doing that with like zero network, just LinkedIn and reaching out to people.
That's perfect. Yeah, it's just a numbers game. You need more shots on goal.
If you want to really make $100,000 in revenue, probably build a product or create an AI influencer and try to become the next Michaela, because there are going to be a ton of them in the next years. If you want to get 100K or $1 million a month, but if you want to do 10K, like, I mean, that's easy, like really easy.
I love it. You could do both at the same time. Create an AI influencer and start an agency at the same time. Why not?
100%. Yeah.
Is there anything I didn't ask you that I should have asked you? Like anything interesting about how this works or any interesting? I think this has already been amazing, but is there anything I missed?
We can talk about like the advanced level. I mean, I don't know if this is something you guys might be interested, but the like level 1 will be you go to the platform, you create ads and you write your scripts and you brainstorm, you create the perfect actor. Advanced level would be, okay, now actually, instead of like me brainstorming ideas and me creating 1 or 5 videos a day, I will create Google Sheets with lots of existing ads, send this data to ChatGPT, let ChatGPT read the transcript of these ads, ask ChatGPT to recreate a new script for my service that I'm setting, and then connect to our API through an automation tool like Zapier, Make.com, N8N, Gumloop, and create these ads automatically. And instead of like making 1 to 5 a day, I might be doing 100 to 500 a day. And then I will like really increase the chances of finding this viral ad that will bring a lot of profit, not by brainstorming, but by letting AI do the whole flow. So this is a little bit more advanced, but I'm seeing more and more people getting insane results with these flows. And that's probably a very big opportunity as well.
Yeah, because everything you described with that automation example could be automated, right? Or not with the automation, with the agency example. Everything you described with the agency example could be automated, right? Every morning at 9 a.m., your agent wakes up and just starts browsing the Facebook ads library. It assigns more weight to ads that have been running for the longest because that sends a signal that they're more effective. It recreates them. It finds the owner on LinkedIn. It messages them. It messages back. It only creates the UGC ad once the owner has reached out and said, yeah, sure, send me a free sample. You know, like you can have it do all kinds of things.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's how you can scale. Services have the reputation of not being scalable. I think that's a good way to scale them without having to hire an army of 100 people.
Yeah. I mean, anything's scalable. It's a question of how scalable is it? How hard will it be to scale? Right?
Correct.
That's how I look at it. Okay, Romain, this was perfect. Where can we find you?
I post content on LinkedIn. I post content on X as well. Romain Torres, founder of Arcads. Feel free to reach out, ask questions. I will try to look at the comments as well. Happy to help.
Okay, arcads.ai. All right, what'd you think? Please share it with a friend, and we'll see you next time on the Kerner Office.